Okay, welcome to my math session today. Again, I cannot use Zoom, so I'm just going to use video recording. Today we are going to do worksheet 6D, changing the subject of a formula. We're going to learn changing the subject of the formula today. It is pretty easy, but you must be really, really good in your algebra to be able to do that. Okay, so what does it mean to make something the subject of the formula? It means, okay, so if you take a look at work example 1, it says make L the subject of the formula. And you have a formula like this. P equals to 2L plus 2B. P equals to 2L plus 2B. In this equation, P is the subject of the formula. Which means I want to make, when I say I'm going to make L the subject of the formula, I want L to be here. L equals to something. And here we have P and B inside the equation, the expression. So we're just going to do that. Very, very simple exercise. Just need a lot of algebra. Okay, bring the plus 2B over, and you will have P minus 2B equals to 2L. If I just want L, that would be P minus 2B over 2, and I'm done. See, L is on this side now. So now L is the subject of the formula. That's all. Alright, simple enough. Now let's take a look at part 2. Hence, calculate the value of L when P equals to 132 and B equals to 30. So, very simple. Just substitute P is 132 and B is 30. Press my calculator and we are done. 132 minus 60 and we just divide by 2. That is 36. And we are done with work example 1. Let's go to work example 2. You need to do your classwork 1 and then take a photo, upload onto OneNote. It should be quite fast. Now, work example 2 is a little bit harder. Why do I say that? I want to point something out to you. If you read the question, it's y equals to 2 minus x over 3 plus 2x. And they want you to make x the subject of the formula. Now, the difficulty of this question is that there is an x here and there's an x here. There are two x's on the right side. If you take a look at our previous example, there's only one L here. Okay, so it's very easy if I just one L on the other side. But if I have two, it's a little bit different. The way to do it is a little bit different. Now, how do we do that? Very simple. I make y into y over 1 equals to 2 minus x over 3 plus 2x. Fraction equals to fraction. I can cross multiply. I'll get y 3 plus 2x equals to 1, 2 minus x. I'll get 3y plus 2xy equals to 2 minus x. Basic cross multiplication and expansion should have no problem. Now, I want you to identify the position of the x. If you notice, there's an x here and there's an x here. Now, I want you to put them all on one side. So let's say I want all my x to be on the left side and all my other terms which has no x will be on the right side. So I'm just going to put the yellow highlighted terms all on one side. So it's going to be 2xy plus x equals to, I bring over the 3y, it will be 2 minus 3y. Now, the secret is here. If I want to make x the subject of the formula, all I need to do is to factorize out x. And I'll be left with 2y plus 1 equals to 2 minus 3y. See? From two x's here, there's x here and there's x here. When I factorize out x, there's only one x remaining. And since this x is multiplied to 2y plus 1, if I just want to make x the subject of the formula, it will be 2 minus 3y over 2y plus 1. There you go. X is the subject of the formula. Alright, part B, very simple, just substitute y equals to minus 2 into the equation, into your answer. So 2 minus 3y over 2y plus 1. Now, don't make a careless mistake. If you make a careless mistake in part 1, part 2, you'll make a careless mistake as well. 2 plus 6 over minus 4 plus 1. That would be 8 over minus 5. Simplify your fraction. That would be minus 1, 3 over 5. And we are done with example number 2. Okay, note the difference. Okay, again, I repeat. The difference in work example 2 is that there are 2x here. And the secret is factorize. The secret to solve it is to put it all on one side and then you factorize it. Alright, now let's take a look at work example number 3. You are supposed to do classwork 2, take a photo and upload into OneNote. Work example 3. Now the difference in work example 3 and work example 2 and work example 1 is this extra thing here called cube root. How are you going to deal with cube root? Okay, I'm going to teach you in this work example. Cube root ax plus b equals to k. Now, if you bring over cube root, the opposite of cube root is cube. So when you bring cube root over, you get ax plus b equals to k cubed. Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you the question. The question is to make x the subject of the formula. And x is here. Okay, x is here. I want to make x the subject of the formula. So I'm going to bring b over first. So it's going to be k cubed minus b. Then if I want x, I just divide by a. That's all. Okay, that's the difference between work example 1, work example 2, and work example 3. Simple. Part 2, find the value of x again using the answer in part 1. Just substitute a equals to 4, k equals to minus 1, don't forget the brackets, and b equals to 3. Then you get minus 1 minus 3 over 4, which is minus 4 over 4, you will get minus 1. And that's it. Done. Simple, right? Now, last one, you are supposed to do classwork 3, take photo and put on OneNote. Okay, all in one page. Lastly, work example number 4. A little bit more difficult. It's solving algebraic equations, solving algebraic fractions. Okay, so let's do this last example and we are done for today. Now, if I have fraction plus fraction, I must have the same denominator. Same denominator. Okay, how to get the same denominator? Times 3 times 3 times 5 times 5. Okay, join, expand, simplify. Join them together. I already have the same denominator, which is 15. Okay, which is 3a minus 2 plus 5a minus 1. Don't expand first. And don't forget to put the equals to 1. Okay, the equals to 1 is important. Alright, now after you join, you expand, which is 3a minus 6 plus 5a minus 5 over 15 equals to 1. Okay, simplify, join, expand, last one, simplify the algebraic fraction. 3a plus 5a is 8a, minus 6 minus 5 is minus 11 over 15 equals to 1. Multiply, can cross multiply. You should get 8a minus 11 equals to 15. Bring over the minus 11, you get 26. And a is 26 divided by 8. 26 divided by 8, you get 3 1/4. That's the final answer. Alright. Now, part B, if you notice, what's the difference between part B and part A? Is that part A, the fraction is on top, number is below. In part B, the number is on top, the fraction is, the algebra is below. Okay, but the way to do it is the same. Fraction minus fraction, you still need to have the same denominator. Okay, you still need to have the same denominator. How do I get the same denominator? On the left side, I need to multiply by b minus 3, multiply by b minus 3. On the right side, I need to multiply by 2b minus 5, 2b minus 5. Okay, same thing, we do join, expand, simplify. So I'm going to join them together. Same denominator, I just directly join them together. It will be 2b minus 5, b minus 3. Numerator, don't expand first. Okay, very dangerous because there's this minus sign over here. You want to avoid careless mistakes. So it will be 6b minus 3 minus 4, 2b minus 5. Not forgetting equals to 0. After join, I will need to expand. Okay, expand the top, it will be 6b minus 18 minus 8b plus 20 over 2b minus 5, b minus 3 equals to 0. Join, expand, last step, simplify. Okay, I'm going to simplify. 6b minus 8b is minus 2b. Minus 18 plus 20 is plus 2. Over 2b minus 5, b minus 3 equals to 0. 0 is 0 over 1. I can cross multiply over here. Now when I cross multiply over here, I'll get minus 2b plus 2 equals to 0 multiplied by 2b minus 5, b minus 3. Always take note. 0 multiplied by anything will give you 0. And you're left with minus 2b plus 2 equals to 0. Minus 2b equals to minus 2. b equals to 1. And you're done. Okay, so that's all to worksheet 6C, 6D, work example 1, 2, 3, and 4. Should be pretty simple for you to handle. I need you to do classwork 4 as well. Take a picture and upload it into OneNote. So today's homework is a little heavy. It's just classwork 1, 2, 3, and 4. A total of 8 questions. Alright, once you're done, upload. I will chase you for it. Alright, that's all I have for today's lesson. If you don't understand anything, you can text me.